Who knows what Christmas is all about? Sure, Charlie Brown. I can tell you what Christmas is all about.
Hey you guys, so we are in Five Below right now.
Is that this?
Hmm?
She need that little plug for her watch. That's this?
She can put it in there, yeah.
Santa, tell me if you're really there. Don't make me fall in love again if you won't be here next year. Santa, tell me if he really cares, 'cause I can't give it all away if he won't be here next year.
So I'm back home now, you guys, and I'm about to leave to go to the hair salon to get my hair done. I'm getting a silk press. Yeah, she's really old though. This is like almost a month, probably like 3 weeks. Let me not even try to age it like that. Probably like 3 weeks, but it needs to be done. So that's what I'm about to do right now. I'm about to put on my Warm and Cozy Victoria's Secret pink spray. I don't wear this that often, but I'm not doing anything much. Just got out of the shower. I'll show you guys what I'm wearing really quick. This is not even a full outfit, but I have on this Oh Fudge shirt. This is A Christmas Story. If you guys don't know this movie, then I don't know what to tell you. You're not cool if you don't know this movie. But yeah, this is a shirt. Got it from Five Below. I have on these gray leggings. These are from Amazon. And I'm gonna wear my Jordan 1s with this outfit, I think. Well, that's what I have to wear. But I'm like kind of thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know. Because I kind of feel like it's a bit much. Like, I don't know if I want to do that. So, yeah, but I don't have... The one thing that I really need is some black boots. And I don't have any black boots. I'm about to go, y'all. So, I will just try to vlog a little bit in the hair salon. I'm also going to go to the nail salon so they can get this gel polish off for me. And then I bought some little press-on nails that I'm going to put on later. So, yeah. See you guys at the hair salon. Hey you guys, so it turns out my sister's gonna do my hair for me, so I'm just about to wash my hair and blow dry it really quick, and yeah, so saving $25 I am. So I finished washing my hair, you guys, and I'm about to blow dry it. Y'all, I used the Revlon brush that looks like this. I want another brush though. Blow drying brush that I just saw on TikTok like this morning. So I'm about to just put my heat protectant in. Well, I'm about to first. I do my combing it out. Hold on.
Oh, I wanna have him beside me like on the 25th by the fireplace. But I don't want no broken heart.
Hey you guys, so right now I'm doing a study on jealousy. I've been studying jealousy for the past like few days now, and I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the notes that I've acquired thus far about jealousy. So yeah, you guys, I've been doing a study on jealousy, and I just wanted to, you know, tell you guys a little bit of what I've been studying and like talk to you guys about it. I first started studying from 1 Corinthians 13, and I can read 1 Corinthians 13 to you guys. I started reading from 1 Corinthians 13, and I'll start reading from verse 4 until verse 7. So it says, love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wronged. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance. So of course, since we're doing the study on jealousy, I highlighted love is not jealous. To be honest, the spirit of jealousy can cause you to act in all the ways that it says love is not. If you're jealous of someone, or you're a jealous person inside of a friendship or romantic relationship, it can cause you to be rude. It can cause you to demand your own way. It can cause you to be irritable and begin to keep a record of wrong. Really, all of these things can really affect jealousy. But from reading that, I said love is the most important attribute for a person to have above all things. If you can't love people properly, then you can't fully do what God has called you to do. And I believe that is true, because if you do not have a love for people and God has called you to ministry, then you're not gonna be able to operate properly or really even do what God has called you to do, because you have to love people in order to really serve God in his kingdom. And that is something that I've been working on recently, and for a while actually, because I realized that I really didn't have a love for people. That's not to say that I disliked people, but the love that God is speaking of in 1 Corinthians 13 is like not a love saying like you have to be, you know, you have to be in good standing with people, but it's basically the love he's speaking of is loving them with his love. Not saying that you have to agree with everything that someone does, or, you know, that you have to necessarily be in relationship with everyone, but you have to treat everyone with care and treat everyone properly. So that's how I look at the love. And you have to be forgiving, and that's what keeping no record of wrong is. Like, you're forgiving, you're not holding what people do against them, because you're not truly loving someone if you're doing that. If you're like, okay, so they did this to me yesterday, and they did this to me last week, and this to me 3 weeks ago, like, you're not truly loving them because you're not forgiving them. If you love someone, being jealous will not work. You have to put away the childish trait of jealousy. And 1 Corinthians 13:11 says, when I was a child, I spoke and thought and reasoned as a child, but when I grew up, I put away childish things. That literally is so amazing. It relates so much to verse 4 through 7 that says what love is, because all of those things that those few verses say love is not are childish things. People act that way that have not spiritually matured. And of course, we're not talking about a time when you may have a bad moment. We're speaking of people that act this way all the time. Those people have not put away childish things. Those people have not really spiritually matured. When we come into Christ, we are a new creation. So that means that we must really try our best to be active, to be new people. We can't operate the same way that we used to operate, because we are now in Christ Jesus, which means that we have to love people. We can't be jealous, boastful, proud, rude, demand our own way, be irritable. Like, these are things that we cannot do all the time. And really, if you really truthfully have intimacy with the Lord and you really truthfully are walking with him, then you will not operate in these things all the time. I'm not saying that you won't have your moments, but you're all the time being, you won't be that way, because the love of God and like who God is should be on the inside of you, and it would shine through. So John 21:20 through 23, I wanted to read that to you guys because that really explains what jealousy does. Jealousy creates false narratives. It causes you to believe things that are untrue. It causes you to see things and believe things that are just not there. So John 21:20 through 23. So it says, Peter turned around and saw behind them the disciple Jesus loved, the one who had leaned over to Jesus during supper and asked, Lord, who will betray you? Peter asked Jesus, what about him, Lord? And this is speaking of when Jesus had spoken to Peter to basically give him an idea of what kind of death he would die to glorify the Lord. So Jesus replied, if I want him to remain alive until I return, what is that to you? As for you, follow me. So the rumor spread among the community of believers that this disciple wouldn't die. But that isn't what Jesus said at all. He only said, if I want him to remain alive until I return, what is that to you? And that's basically Jesus saying, mind your business. Like, keep your eyes on your own stuff. And that's, of course, they were jealous. They were like, oh my gosh, Jesus said that John is not going to die, that John's going to stay alive, basically, like, not forever, but if John had stayed alive until Jesus returned, John would be like so old. So 1 Thessalonians 4:11-12 says, and to aspire to live quietly and to mind your own affairs, which means to mind your business. Never wants us to be envious. He never wants us to be jealous and see something else that someone has, or see what God is doing in someone else's life and say, well, Lord, you said this to me, but you didn't say that to them. It's like, I just say all this to say that I just want you guys to know that jealousy is the spirit of jealousy. Devil plants in with a small seed. A situation happens. Somebody says something to you and it causes you to say, oh my gosh, maybe this that I have is not enough. Maybe I'm not enough. But we all are enough in Christ Jesus. When you have a real true relationship with him, when you have given your life truly over to him, then we are all enough. And relational jealousy, you just can't, because relational jealousy, like say if you have a significant other, or even being jealous in like a friendship with someone else, like if your friend has another friend, it's like you're gonna drive yourself literally insane. Because you're going to think of false narratives. Well, what if they're talking to this person? What if they're doing this with this person? You're going to drive yourself insane. And in so many places in the Bible, it says that God has given us peace, a peace that the world cannot take away. And to cause yourself to live in jealousy is going to cause you to continuously disrupt your peace moment by moment, each and every day. And really, it's not worth that, because like I said earlier, you trust the Lord with people. You can't put your trust in mere humans, because they will fail you. They will fail you every time. Not saying that your significant other is not trustworthy, but they will fail you each and every time. If you put your trust solely in that person, they're gonna fail you. People are not going to meet your expectations all the time. So you cannot expect for people to be perfect. You cannot expect for people to do what you would do. And that's something that I've had to learn the hard way, is that you cannot expect people to do what you would do. Just because you did something doesn't mean that this person is going to do the same thing that you did. Just because you bought someone something, or you said something to someone, doesn't mean that they're going to say that same thing to you. Doesn't mean that they're going to buy you something just because you bought something for them. When we do things, we have to do things out of the kindness of our heart. We have to do things because we genuinely wanted to do them. We can't do something just because we assume that we're going to get something back for what we did, because that's not how life works. Jesus didn't die on the cross for us because he's like, oh, I know all these people are gonna, you know, come to me anyways. He died on the cross for even the people that will never accept him, because that's who God is. God is love. He does things not because we deserve it, not because we're gonna do something for him in return. He does it because he loves us just that much. And we have to love people like that, not always expecting something in return, because sorry to break it to y'all, but you're not always gonna get it. And that's just life, and life is that way, you know. But that doesn't mean that we should be cruel towards people. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't do things for people, because we should, but just do not always expect something in return. Because honey, I'm not gonna say more likely than not you're not gonna get it, but a lot of times you may not get anything back, and that's life. And you just have to keep moving on, you know. So yeah, I hope you guys loved this. This is going to be the end of Vlogmas Day 11. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.